That's right, many congratulations. You were akin to collecting the winner Riders Prize for this race on 3 occasions in your time in the saddle. You've now won it as a trainer. Many congratulations, and talk us through that race from your perspective, Douglas.
Oh, it's the longest 2,400 metres of my life. When you're a jockey, things unfold and you can see them unfolding in front of you, but when you're standing on the side and watching it, it gets quite daunting. But we had a plan to go back. I opted to take the blinkers off him. I think he had more than 2 or 3 excuses in the QE2 Cup. One of them was he got really keen and late popped out at 1100 and you see wide no cover. And if you take everything into perspective, I think he ran with a lot of credit. So Blake and I discussed it, and the blinkers off, he was going to go back. But I was slightly concerned once they topped the rise and they came to 1400 because he got slightly detached. But Blake's pretty good at that. He read the race well, and he didn't get into a position where he had to check or push. And once Columbus County pulled out, and they all started to go, he just tagged them to the back of them, and he showed that he has got a really good turn of foot for a stayer, and he did that again today. So if he continue to race in this sort of form and with these racing manners, he's an exciting horse for the staying race next season.
He certainly is. Now, you're right, Blake Shin is obviously quoted in the press as saying hopeful rather than confident trip-wise. What was your take on Trick Douglas? I mean, he's had 2 tries over the distance before today. He was, I think, 6th or 7th in the Queen Mother Memorial and ran, I think, 6th in this race 12 months ago. How has he differed in that 12 months in order to get that trick today?
He's a much more rounded horse, and he's, you can see in his racing patterns and his mannerism. He can go to sleep, and any horse that can go to sleep over these trips and has that kind of turn of foot, they'll stay even further. It's the first 600-700 that's critical, and he literally went to sleep. And if he can do that, he'll be very competitive in the big races next season. The reason for the improvements is he was a younger horse. He was still on the up, maturing. He had gone through a big stage of his career with the pressure of Hong Kong, and he hadn't quite adapted to the firmness of the ground. And I think he had a lot of things against him leading into this race last year. But you know what? We've come out on top this year, and there's a lot of people that I have to say thank you to, especially the owners. They've stuck by me. They've been the biggest supporters. And to the critics that had a go at me last year, I'd like to come and see you tomorrow.
You've certainly silenced them, you and your horse and all your team. You mentioned obviously a nervous 2,400 metres. I think I was stood all bar 20 yards from you, watching you watch the race, and the emotion was clear for all to see, those that were observant on you. What is it that makes this horse so special to you? I know you're a big part of him, you ride all of his work. He's just part of the family almost, isn't he, this horse to you?
Well, he is part of the family, but I learned in my career as a jockey, you can get on a good horse one season and you might not get on another good one for 3 seasons. So when you get a champion in your hands, you take care of them, and there is pressure involved. I love and thrive on pressure. It's one of the things that keeps me going, but at the same time you still have to bring the horse to the races and perform. Same as a jockey. So the reason there's pressure with him is, I don't know when the next one is going to come along, and when you get one, you care for them, and you try and present them in the best possible form every time they step up.
And just on your season, Douglas, last year 41 winners, that was obviously a fantastic achievement. You're not too far off that tally this time. I spoke to you weeks, maybe months ago, and obviously you were reeling the fact that you trained so many seconds. Did you ever think that this season, with the likes of Russian Emperor stronger, did you ever think it would go as well as it has?
I didn't think that I'd be sitting with a number of Group 1s that I have, but they were always horses that could do what they've done. And I've had too many seconds, but when those seconds, you can change 1 or 2 things and turn half of them into winners, you're on song. And thankfully I've been able to do that over the last 6-8 weeks.
Just on the horse now, going forward, what does he do from now on in? Douglas, what will be his plan going
forward? I really don't care. He has the best holiday of his life. I'm thinking about next season now.
Excellent stuff. Well, we look forward to next season. Well done today. Enjoy the moment, and great to see him win again. Fantastic result.
Thank you very much.